Hello, I'm Julia Budd and I'm the Chair of Trustees of the Racing Foundation. My plan for this year was to visit one of our beneficiaries every month during the year, so this is the first of Julia's visits here at the Racing School. We really believe in opening the sport up, and that happens in a lot of different ways. It's not just about bringing more people onto the course or more people into riding themselves. We actually were quite excited by the idea that if we could bring in a range of different people to work in the media, then for a lot of groups they could see somebody that they recognised on screen. So the idea of supporting young people to come and work in other areas within racing was very appealing. So at the moment, the Racing Media Academy is run by a group of people and it's delivered at the British Racing School. In time, I think it needs to be embedded in racing, and therefore probably thinking who are the long-term delivery partners for that, and also how to get other organisations involved. I mean, actually one of its strengths is that there is about 12 different media organisations committed to this project. And that's quite rare in racing to get everyone working together, so that's been a huge strength. Our very process of application for this scholarship programme is we're trying to draw as widely as possible, be it gender, be it ethnic diversity. When you look on the media, and when you, dare I say, look at quite a lot of racing media, there's perhaps a risk of some stereotypes, and the aim of this is really to broaden that. And you start that with a recruitment phase. And so you'll see our cohort of 12. There's a huge range of people there, and that will therefore reflect the type of people that we can attract into racing more broadly. I was very excited by this. Josh and his team are very compelling. Lee Molson runs a fantastic programme along with Kath Goff from here. I've just sat in one of the programmes watching Lee Mottershead and Lydia Hislop giving a masterclass to the team, and seeing that these young people are then learning from some of the best and going to be going out for 6 weeks each internships in some of our major media organisations. I mean, that's very exciting stuff. What excites me is the things that the Racing Foundation is funding, be it the Racing Media Academy, where we're bringing diversity into the media, be it the Riding a Dream Academy, where we're bringing people from different backgrounds and ethnic diversity into race riding, or whether it's the Horse Welfare Board, where we're thinking about animal welfare and equine welfare specifically. So those are things that in the past may have been considered nice to haves. They are fundamental to racing's right to operate nowadays.
The idea of the Racing Media Academy was to make sure that racing has a far more diverse face in years to come. I was very conscious that we were one-dimensional and diversity lacked throughout our media, both in front and behind the camera. And the Racing Media Academy is about making sure that it isn't in years to come. The process of setting up the Racing Media Academy happened throughout COVID, when I managed to get the chief executives and bosses of all our media companies within the sport on a Zoom call wanting to set up the academy, and they helped us design it. And then the funding came from the Racing Foundation, which was fantastic and match funded what we had raised. The 2022 cohort of cadets that came through the Racing Media Academy, 9 out of 10 got offered full-time roles within the sport. The only criteria that we set was a willingness to learn. This has meant there are no barriers whatsoever for people to apply to come to the academy, including of which you could apply by video message rather than sending a CV. After 2 years now, the future of the academy, I hope, is set in stone, and it will run for years and years to come. It's been a huge success. I'm massively proud of it. The media companies now have become heavily involved in its organisation, and it's been fantastic that the Racing Foundation has been with us the whole way through.